You guys know that I thought about drinking tap water. Especially when you hear that bottled water a lot of times isn't much better. It can get contaminated being put into the bottle. I read online that a lot of bottled water is just repackaged tap water, but not if you're getting spring water, obviously, then it can't be repackaged tap water. It has to be spring water, you know. But a lot of bottled water that's not spring water, they say 25% is just, and they just up the price, but it's just tap water. Can you imagine? Anyway, what I didn't know, because you can't always think of everything, is that you can have perfectly safe drinking water, but if the pipes in your home are bad or whatnot, then you're still getting those contaminants. So who knows? I don't know. The plumber told my mom and I before, we have sucky plumbing, you know. That was before that hot water heater ever went, but he told us, but what are you going to do? You're not going to put in thousands of dollars or something to fix it. You don't know, that's the thing. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes in your house, and I thought I was watching something the other day where 5 people were on vacation and their cabin just blew up or something and nobody knew why. I didn't sleep enough. I binge watched True Blood. Tara's a vampire now and she hates vampires, but she was going to die, so Suki and Lafayette had to have Pam make Tara a vampire, else Tara would have had half her head blown off. Told you I remembered this from before, because my mom got further in this show than I did, but there's a lot of stuff that I'd missed in between. Toes hurting me. Sometimes I feel like something is wrong with me. But I don't know. You know what I mean? It could be that something is wrong with me. I've told you guys repeatedly. It's not just mental. When I say wrong with me, I'm not talking about mentally, okay? I'm talking physically. Get away from the camera, knucklehead. So, get away from the camera, knucklehead. He just had his 3rd meal of the day. I'm trying to determine if he's getting heavier by just my eyesight, just eyeballing him. I have to put his front line on, give him his eye drops. Anyway, is there something wrong with me? Who knows? As you guys, not just mental illness runs in our family, cancer does. 2 of my aunts undeniably died from cancer. And one of the aunt's daughters who died from cancer came down with this really aggressive cancer that killed her within 4 months, some rare form of cancer. And then over 10 years ago, another daughter of the aunt who died of the pancreatic cancer a few years ago, actually several years ago. I've already been complaining how people interchange few and several and a couple, okay? A couple is 2, a few is 3 to 4, and several is 5 to 7. If you Google that, I believe that's what I Googled before. But anyway, her cancer never came back. But I would say if we have that many cases of cancer, 2 of my mom's sisters literally died from cancer, okay? And 2 of those women, their daughters, one got it and beat it a long time ago, and another one got it and was dead in a few months, literally, from a very, very rare form of cancer. I haven't had any type of physical in a long, long time, many years. I would like to get blood work and tested for anything and everything that my disability insurance and Mass Health will cover. I want to get tested even for things like diabetes. Not that I think I have diabetes, but you never know. I could have pre-diabetes and not know it. I put on a lot of weight in a short amount of time. A fairly short amount of time. I put on, a significant amount of weight. I don't know. I feel like something's wrong. That doesn't mean something's wrong. It could just be the residues of all the trauma and just stress and just chaos and all the crap I've been through over these past few years, but particularly over the last couple of years. Concentrate over the last couple of years, because my mom just repeatedly wound up in the mental hospitals, and then she's had, as you know, regular physical problems as well that's landed her in hospitals. And she's on 3 different, they all fall into the category of antipsychotics. Depakote, Zyprexa, and Prolixin. As I've told you, the only reason she's even on Zyprexa, after being on just flifenazine, just Prolixin, and Depakote, Divalproex, for quite some time, was simply just chance. She lands in a regular hospital where she's refusing to take any meds, and the only meds, after deeming her incompetent, at least in that respect. Interesting, they deemed her incompetent, but only in respect to they had the right to force her to take her meds. They didn't invoke the healthcare proxy. That's interesting to me. It's a regular hospital that she had landed in after, 3 for 3. Having problems for the 3rd time of being put in this same fucking hellhole that she'd been in 2 other times. The same one with the lithium toxicity, the same one where and it's always a brand new doctor to her doctor at the place, just experimenting on her and putting her on meds she's never been on. This last time, like I told you, was friggin' Thorazine. Anyway, she gets put on Zyprexa simply because she lands in a regular hospital where they have to force meds into her, and they only can do that. They only have certain meds that you can sneak, like in a liquid form, and Zyprexa's went into a drink. Then she gets out, and now she's on Zyprexa after not being on Zyprexa. So basically, it's a third different powerful psych med, because she gets that flufenazine shot, and she used to be on flufenazine pills and Depakote, and then it changed to Zyprexa instead of the flufenazine shot. And I feel so powerless and so helpless. There's nothing that I can do. I'm just about 100% certain I would never go down the road of Katie or the other guy. And I'm also just as certain that I'm never going to have any kind of quality life. Just an impossibility. I despise this existence to just such a degree that it's only compounded by my helplessness I feel. That my mom has to take all these powerful psych meds, that I am not alone, and my beliefs are slowly killing her. And I'm incapable of, just letting that go. Incapable of letting that go. I'm gonna give my mom my phone and take her phone until it runs out. My phone is a better phone. Best Buy had a deal with that phone where they were offering it through whatever service it is that I have, the prepaid. But if you want to get that phone just regular, I called around, and because I'd only paid $20 for the phone, and someone's telling me, oh, it's $100, and so how is that possible? Because you're getting it not through that special deal that Best Buy had and that they don't have anymore, because I tried to do it for my mom. And then wound up with one phone that absolutely sucked. Absolutely fucking sucked. And I returned it immediately and switched to the AT&T phone. I think my phone's a higher quality phone. It's made better. And there are features that I understand that my mom dislikes about that AT&T phone that I also dislike. I think my service might offer a thing too where if you have it on auto, it gives you a $5 discount, so that would make it the same price. My mom's AT&T is on my credit card auto, and paying $25 a month, around that was tax, and then mine I'm paying $30, but I think mine has the auto feature as well. I think that it does. My mom decided she didn't want the jitterbug phone. It was whole her choice. I mean, the jitterbug phone, some people love it, some people hate it. It's a mixed bag. It's not like it's just, everyone says it's so wonderful. I keep saying I gotta go get a physical, and then I don't do it. Anyway, it pisses me off. I drink a shitload of water every day, as you know. And I'm reading online, and most people say Massachusetts water everywhere is safe to drink. And of course, nothing's 100% safe, but you can have high-rated water in your area, and then it could be contaminated simply by the pipes in your home. And I never thought about that. I'm thinking about it now. I just don't know. I don't know how this was manufactured, this home. I already told you what I was told about how the stupid dryer thing is definitely not up to code. The pipes, And also, the plumber told me and Mom and I years ago that this plumbing sucks here. That doesn't necessarily mean it's leaking anything into the water, but I don't know. I think about shit like that because to me it's like, you can't win. But there's got to be some way even if I don't trust anything, I want to test it for myself. I want to do it, even if I have to pay a couple $100, I want to test the water and see. I'm gonna find that calendar. Just like when she lost her notebook, though, I need to see for myself. I need to check her home for myself and make sure my calendar is not there. The one that sits, you know, a desktop calendar type planner thing. Because it's not like I'm looking for it and haven't seen it in months. I just had it. It's not like I really go anywhere except to my mom. So what the hell happened to the thing? I do not know. Dream about the True Bloods show, you know, so I'm watching it, binge watching on it. Not surprisingly, I wind up dreaming about it. And no, they're not good dreams. It's not like I get to be in bed with Bill or Eric or both of them at once or anything like that. Suki had borderline. They have dreams, and she's broken up with them now, but I'm in season 5, and Tara's a vampire. But Suki had a dream. She loves both Bill and Eric, and she was like, why can't I just have both of you? No, when I have dreams of this shit, it's not pleasant dreams. It's not horrible dreams like being killed or turned into, you know, but it's not pleasant dreams. Certainly not the nice erotic that I enjoy watching in the show. I didn't walk Omar today. Lately around here in my Massachusetts, we've been having something that proves why these delivery companies, even if it's a beautiful sunny day, should just put my packages in plastic, because you just never know. Lately, it's been beautiful sunny and then turned to rain, you know, and twice Omar and I have gone out in the past week, and it starts out okay, and then it rains before we get back, and it's only gone a half hour, you know. So I want to add that to the thing I put on the door. The door just says, ring my doorbell, but it should also say, now that I know what I want to say, I can fit it. I have to write a little smaller. If I'm not home, make sure my package is securely wrapped in plastic. Don't do what UPS did last week and just haphazardly stick it in so it blows open and gets the box half soaked anyway, to the point where I was enraged because I had the friggin' electronics in it. And it definitely hit the inside of it. I do believe it hit the inside. It probably didn't ruin the thing, but I didn't open it. Remember, I was enraged. And because I know that it had to have hit the top and then dried, because I saw the stain, and when I got the new one, it didn't have that stain on the top, so that's enough proof for me. Because I thought, well, maybe that's just supposed to be like that, even though it doesn't look like it. No, the water hit it. And I'm not going to put up with that shit. I'm done putting up with this shit at all. It doesn't matter if it damages the contents inside. I already told you, it's solid when I get my dog food from Chewy. They make those big bags of 25-pound Blue Bull Winders dog food, just completely airtight, sealed. And no amount of water, you could soak it in water, and once it's not open, it wouldn't do anything. It doesn't matter. I'm tired of the fucking delivery company's laziness and disrespect of me and and my products I purchase. So that sign is staying up, but I want to tweak it a little bit. Anyway, I didn't want to walk in Omer today because I went to walk Omer and the sun wasn't out, and that means, and it was early where there could be bright sun if it was, and there was some bright sun today, and then it didn't rain, I guess. Maybe it rained a little bit, I don't know. The fact is, that kind of weather where it's not raining and there's no sun and it's hot, that's just, I'll be eaten alive probably by mosquitoes, so I just said, fuck it. I didn't walk home more. I gotta put a front line on them. When I say I feel like there's something wrong, that doesn't necessarily mean there's something wrong. It means that it's time. Oh, time for me to be checked out and see if there's something wrong. I'd like to know what tests I'm allowed to have through my insurance. I've seen infomercials before. I think Furman or something promotes really healthy. And there's different tests that your doctor will never tell you to get them, but if you ask for them, they're generally covered by your insurance. I don't remember what they are. Remember, I'm going to be 50. Notice how I don't try to hide my age. I can't believe I'm going to be 50. I already told you I'd never, ever in a million years expected to live this long. Pretty much because I've spent most of my life not caring one way or the other. I.e. not caring whether or not I lived or didn't live. That is the truth, and that's not me being melodramatic, it's just the sad truth. One of my enemies, a long time, who shockingly is still watching my videos from, I don't know if he's watching as many as he used to, but he's still watching them, said to me one time, "How are you still alive?" Beats the fuck out of me. I'm being honest, I don't know. Really want to get my blood work done. I really want to be tested for shit. All kinds of shit. Told you Omar has a clean bill of health. If he gains weight, all his tests came out fine, which is a huge relief. I took a break from watching my True Blood and filmed a couple of videos yesterday. I just kept them on private because I want to watch them first. One of them solely dedicated to my ongoing detective work to determine to what degree my mom's landlord of less than a year is a lying piece of shit who will just lie to your face and gets upset with you if you question him, and will say things to you like I care about my tenants and I'm this and I'm that, and then lie to your face. Joe, it's a no-brainer. The landlord's definitely lying about the fucking dryer situation. I hate liars, and even more, I hate deceitful people, but I hate even more people who have no qualms about lying to your fucking face. And if you call them on their lies, they'll just get more adamant that they're telling you the truth. I hate it. I hate it all. I hate it all, Omar Lou. I haven't opened up that radio. I don't think my mom's going to even use the friggin' beautiful chair I bought her. But I didn't pay that much for it. Under 40, so whatever. She wants to get a tan. You going to get a tan with me? You know I don't get tans. I don't go in the sun. You're talking about going to the beach. I don't go to the beach. Once in a blue moon, I would walk to Venice Beach when I lived in Mar Vista with Dawn from Hope. Or take the bus to Venice Beach. Use that walk. Oh, an Inside Edition was something like that silent running that I took part in a thing in Culver City years ago and protested about the cops who do the silent running where they did it on Venice Boulevard and they turn off their sirens and they drag race down the street and get away with it and kill people. Well, there was a cop on Inside Edition, and Lisa Guerrero, was saying blah, 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 whatever, and she followed him, and he's repeatedly, he's been in crashes for speeding, and he still speeds and doesn't care, and he's not chasing after any suspect. He just speeds, he goes really, really fast, and doesn't fucking care because he's a cop who thinks he's above the law. And when confronted by Lisa Guerrero, he just blew her off, didn't care. They followed him after he had just hurt somebody. And he doesn't ever get in trouble. One of these days, he just doesn't care. He was going 80 miles an hour in like a 40 mile. So he was doing something that she clocked him. And then she confronted him in his house, and he just arrogant motherfucker. And he's lived different places where he has a long list of where he's caused crashes. In this particular crash, a guy he didn't die, but he got seriously hurt. And they basically did a fucked up thing because he's a cop. They said that the guy pulling out was also responsible and the cop was responsible, so no charge was going to be. They were both responsible because the guy pulling out didn't yield to the... Yeah, but the cop was going so fucking fast. Joe talked to me about that. But Joe was almost hit before because you can't determine if someone's going so fast and you're trying to merge or something. They're the ones who should be held responsible if they're going too fucking fast, as far as I'm concerned, period. But again, we're dealing with a low-life cop who doesn't care. He doesn't care about all the people that I think he was clocked at over 100 miles an hour. I saved that Inside Edition, I think, to talk about it. Because anything that affects me, that not directly affects me, but that affects me I get passionate about, that affects my mind where I want to share it with you, I save the Inside Edition. I had to delete a lot of my drug inks that record all the time. I'm never going to watch them anyway. I have to delete them to make room for the shit I care about recording, which is... I haven't watched my Nightlines either. I got like 40 Nightlines out there I haven't watched. I try to watch my Inside Edition and World News Tonight every single day, but I don't delete them if there's like even one thing that I want to share with you guys. You know what I mean? It's been sucky weather lately. Not that it's so sucky, it's just, it's unpredictable. It goes from sunny to not sunny. Omer and I have walked twice in the past week, and we've gotten poured on or rained on heavily, and you can't predict it because it's beautiful sunny and then suddenly not. And like I said, that's more proof that the delivery people should err on the side of caution. And even if it's 100, they don't do it. I'm lucky if they put it in plastic, or when it's not nice out, when it's a chance of rain. But when they should just err on the side of caution and always put it in plastic. At least I don't, with my Vitacost order now that comes regular post office, if I'm home, that the post person, the mailman, has no qualms about ringing my fucking doorbell, rather than have to put all my stuff in plastic bags. If it's not that great out. UPS and FedEx delivery people, they don't want to ring your doorbell ever. They don't want to do it. I highly doubt that's going to change, even with my note up. I don't even know if they're going to read the friggin' note. I don't know if the guy who picked up my stuff read the note. May or may not have. Probably did. Who knows? I hope they all read it, even the post person. Because if I I take the time to write something like that, I hope everyone who comes to my door reads it. Even the people who are going to do that fucking railing finally. Or person. I'm in the process of making that happen. Told you, my mom gave me the money to do it. And my auntie handed over several thousand that she claims is the remainder of whatever money my mom's was left over. Again, it's always up to her, Lucky that she gave back my mom anything. She didn't have to. Told you, the lawyer said in no uncertain terms, that it would cost more to subpoena the bank records than any money that, his sister might have taken, or that she doesn't have to give back, or no one's forcing her to. Nothing you can do about it. It's her bank account. And remember, you and I know and understand that a joint bank account has to be signed by two people. It can't just, but I believed my mom, and I didn't know what went on when she was with her sister for that, all that time that I wasn't a part of her life. And if a check has my mom's name on it, and my mom is signing checks and even giving me a couple of checks that she signed, and paying the plumber and paying whatever with checks she signed, and then we find out that, told in no uncertain terms when we go to the bank in person, this is not your bank account, and then I have to witness my mom crying, how can it not be my bank account? Where's my pension, Social Security been going to? Plus, why am I signing the checks? The check has my fucking name on it, and then you have 3 different bank employees telling you that, sorry, this is not your bank account, you shouldn't have been writing checks on it. And my mom believed it was a joint account. But obviously if it wasn't a joint account, my mom just assumes it's a joint account and doesn't understand how joint accounts work. And since I wasn't a part of it, I assumed when she told me it was a joint account that it was a joint account. It was never a joint account. It wasn't my mom's account at all, and we're not going to know why my mom's name was on the check. Because again, you can't find out shit unless you subpoena the bank records, and that costs more to pay a $250 an hour attorney than it's worth, you know. According to him, anyway. Watched on the news, like, at some point, that this guy had hostages of 4 young children, and then several. I don't watch the news all day long, or I'm out and whatever, and then I watch the news later and find out that he killed all 4 kids and himself. So the standoff with police ended in that tragedy. He killed all the kids, even the young baby. He shot them all. I guess 2 were his kids and 2 were, that one is something. But in any case, he killed them all and killed himself. There's those bullshit magazines like OK and In Touch have no solid proof of anything. The reps of the stars in question deny it all, yet they're going to put stuff on the cover. Jen is pregnant with Brad's baby and all this crap, and it's totally not true. You know, I hate that shit. We don't even have any real confirmation. You'd think they would have put it on the cover of the magazine when it's just based on a source that could be just totally wrong, you know? It's not like they're putting it on a magazine and the stars themselves are confirming it or the reps are confirming it. They do it to sell magazines. They're so misleading. It's unbelievably misleading. Another thing says Meghan Markle's pregnant with twins. Is that true? That's what those magazines do. Like I said, I used to think that they were more trustworthy, like OK and In Touch were more trustworthy than Star and Inquirer, but now I just have my doubts, seriously. Especially when they put this shit on the cover that makes you think one thing and then you open it up and it's not even remotely the truth. Completely misleading. Going to take a shower. I can put this video out as a talking video, and then I can turn around and also create a new video. But it's the same info, but me with it. It's not considered a duplicate video. It's 2 different videos, even though it contains the same me talking and go well. I think I'm going to title it, Listen to This If You Feel Like It. Let's see what happens. If you feel like it, listen to me talking about everything in this video. Bye-bye.